Welcome back to Bandlab. Today's lesson is about volume automation. Automation is like having a robot to do work for you. Once you train it what to do, it'll do that same function for you again and again. First step for us is to browse loops, so we're going to go over to the pack library and pick out one pretty quickly for ourselves. Looks good to me. Alright, let's go. We're going to add drums first. Alright, let's test out a couple. This one sounds good, but I want to change the tempo on it. I'm going to up my tempo to 150. There we go. Alright, double click to add that one. Alright, we got that one down. Let's go pick a bass. That's the right one for us. Double click to add. Now we're going to add two more different loops. We're going to go and actually pick out a FX for us. That sounds fantastic. That's a great way to alert me of a phone call. Now let's add a synth. That's the one for us. Let's add that to the track, and let's hear what we got. Now we're going to zoom out so we can see where I want the song to end. We're going to drag our tracks out to the end of measure 24. So bar 24 is at the very end of what we're going to do. So you can see right there, right at the start of 25, that's the end of bar 24. We're going to stretch it right out. Next, we'll do the same for the drums. Now the other two unique tracks, you're going to have a choice to do what you want to do with it. I'm going to create a little pattern using the synth track and then the little alarm effects track. I want to keep the alarm at the front because that kind of is an alert that, hey, my phone's ringing, you got to answer the phone. But right now I'm just going to place it every 4 bars. I'm going to place that synth sample. Next I'm going to take my alarm effects and paste it around the song a little bit. That way I keep having these little alerts that, hey, you got to answer your phone. So this is, like I said, this is a ringtone track. I'm kind of trying to make it to alert me that, hey, you have a phone message, you should pick up your phone. And let's double it up right at the front. Let's hear what we got. Now comes the new stuff. Let's add some automation to our track. And what automation is going to be, it's going to control the volume for us automatically as the song plays. First thing we gotta do is click on the automation button, which is right here, right next to bar 1. I'll zoom in so you guys can see it. It looks sort of like dots with connected lines. Click on that and you're gonna get these lines appearing. Now these are your control lines, and every single track has a control line. So to automate now, we have to put control points on the line. Click to make a dot. That's your control point. I'll zoom in so you guys can get a better look. And then you can add another one. Let's add one a little earlier in the song, more towards the beginning. All right, so we'll click this one. I want to go earlier. I'm going to drag it to the left, and then I'm going to drag it down. This is going to create a fade in for me. So when the song plays, the drum track is actually going to fade in. It's going from quiet to loud for us. So visually, you can see this ramps up the volume. When I turn off automation, you're going to watch the fader track for the volume move automatically, thus the automation of it just from the controls I set. So now we're going to add some more automation. First one we're going to add is a fade in for the bass track. Add control points, slide them over, and ramp them up. We're going to keep the alarm volume the same because I want it to be loud at the beginning, just because that's my alert that I'm getting a phone call. But we're going to go over and add a fade out. So I'm just clicking the tracks that I want to fade out at the end. So that way, as my phone ring ends, it's going to get quieter. So we're adding control points and dragging them downward so the volume gets quieter as it goes. However, with my alert, I actually want to start it a little louder. So I'm going to add a control point and actually ramp the volume into the positive, the plus side of it. I'm going to slide it over to get to the beginning, and then I'm going to add another control point at the end and fade this out. And this is going to slowly fade out that alert when we play it. There's the fade in. Now let's take the automation view off so you can watch all the faders move. All of them will be automated to what I told it to do. And you can see them moving right now. The FX one, you notice, the one that's highlighted, is going to slowly fade away. It's going to get less and less as the song goes on. Finally, everybody fades out at the end. Next up, save your project, and then we're going to mix it down. So to mix down, you're going to go to File, Download, Mix Down As. It's going to take a little bit to save. But once you save, you're going to get a second menu that's going to say, do you want to download this as? So we're just going to wait for a second or two for this to get through. Sometimes it's going to be slower. Don't sweat it. Just let it do its thing. Okay, here's our menu. We're going to take a medium quality MP3. You just click on that selection, hit download, and then it's going to export. And you can see it just downloaded and left. I can double click on that. And there is my track, downloaded as an MP3 file. What you're going to do is you're going to take that file and you're going to upload it to me in Canvas, so I have it as proof that you have a final mix down for it. But that is it for automation. Pretty simple, but you can do a lot with it once you get used to using it. I will see you guys next time around.